Greetings and salutations, it's BiggieJDM, and we are back with the second part of Autosport International from the NEC. In the previous episode, we saw a variety of cars, some rare, some time attack, some supercars. We even saw some cars that belong to some famous YouTubers. Speaking of YouTubers, we caught up with Matt Armstrong and a few other familiar faces. In this episode, we look at the remaining cars. We even see a 72 Skyline. Wow. But most of all, we catch up once again with the one and only Mr. adamc. Stay with us. This video is going to be awesome. But before we get into the video, we always like to appreciate those who engage in the channel. So we'd like to give a shout out to two people who commented on the last video, which was part 1 of Autosport International. And that's SMC Racing for saying, awesome video, mate, keep up the great work. And Rusky Wellfab, who said, good to see you, man, please more of the same for 2024. We love the encouragement and that's what keeps us going. Right, let's get on with the video. Right, so I'm with Barry and Josie. How are you guys?
Hi, absolutely fine.
Tell me what you guys do here.
Well, we're the GTR Drivers Club.
Yeah.
We've had a stand here now for 5 years.
Yes.
And we're trying to promote the club and meet people who are interested in GTRs and have a chat with them.
There are a lot of GTRs here, and not just standard GTRs, high-spec GTRs. Now, remember the last time we went to Jackfest, I saw Dave with the GTR Heritage Club, and he showed me around his GTR. But I see some different ones here. Which one's yours, sir?
Yeah, there's some really different ones. So we've got a complete range of right from the earliest GTRs.
Oh wow, is that a 72?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then we've got the R32.
The original as well. It's only had 2 owners.
Wow.
R33.
Yeah, 32, 33. I love midnight purple. I love the midnight purple. It's absolutely beautiful. So, and you've got another car R32 there as well.
Yeah, so that's a race R32.
Yes, yeah, have a look. Beautiful.
That's quite a famous race car.
Right.
That belongs to a guy called Andy Middlehurst.
Right.
Who won 2 championships, British championships in that car.
Really? The 32 Skyline GTR is just, I mean, going back to some of the fictional stories like Initial D and stuff like that, where, you know, going into Japan, the 32 is just, you know, one of those cars that you've always wanted.
It's the start of the GTR history story, really.
Yes.
And they've been developing them over the years.
Yes.
And they're now quite rare cars and getting very valuable. Yeah. The yellow R34 has had a full restoration.
Wow.
And that's valued currently at around about 200k.
Wow, what's the spec on that? Is it an RB26?
To be honest, I don't know. The lady who owns the car is around somewhere.
Yeah.
And so she'll be able to have a chat with you about
You
it.
should see an original engine. It's the original, everything completely.
In the 72, we're just going to go around the 72 now. Yeah, wow. I mean, this car's going to bring a lot of attention because you don't see many 72s around anywhere.
And everything's still completely original from 1972.
Really?
Everything,
How much is one of these? How much is one of these retail at?
Well, this is currently up for sale at the moment, and the chap who owns it, he's looking for about 160k for this particular car.
And rightly so. It's probably worth to me twice as much as that. Original paint and stuff like that. Wow. So then, how can people get into like the GTR Drivers Club? Do you do any events?
You can get online. You can search GTR Drivers Club online.
Yeah.
Yearly membership is only £15.
Really?
You don't have to own a GTR to be in the club.
Really?
So we have quite a lot of social sides, like we have trips to abroad with the cars. You don't necessarily have to bring a GTR on that trip.
Wow.
We organise track days, and we obviously do a lot of shows like this as well.
Oh, this is fantastic. I mean, I had a 34 GTT once.
Right.
That I put a GTR kit on.
Yeah.
And then I sold it. And then 2 years later, they're now worth 34 grand. It's
Absolutely. Well, I believe Tony, when she bought her yellow GTR, she paid 30k for that, which I think was in 2009.
Wow.
So what are we, 13 years later, it's gone from 30k up to 200k. And the thing is, they're going to go even higher because 34 can now be imported into America.
Wow.
And of course, with the Fast and Furious, you know, the 34 after Walker.
The 34 and the 35's just literally, you know, this is awesome. Which is your favourite car here?
Oh, well, that's mine, the red one.
Yeah? Which is yours, Susie?
I would definitely say, I love the Hackasset Grand Car. I do. And the R34, if I'm honest, mainly because it's an original colour yellow.
Really?
Yeah.
I love the yellow car. I love the yellow.
It was made in production as yellow.
I love them in the GT3 RS. I love the yellow in the MR2 Turbo. Yeah. You know, can we have just a look at your car?
Of course you can. Well, promoting Motec brakes. The chap who owns that car is the importer for Motec brakes.
Right.
And I did quite a lot of the development work on the actual brake pads.
Right, okay.
So this is a 2009 car.
Yes.
I bought it in 2012.
Right.
It's now done 105,000 miles.
And rightly so, because you should be driving it, not... It's been modified quite a bit. The engine's producing nearly 700 horsepower, 630 foot-pound of torque. It's got quite an advanced suspension on it. I've got Olin's four-way dampers on this, which come originally from a GT3 R35 race car. Wow, that is awesome. I love the red colour as well. What's the next thing that you would do to it, modification-wise?
I think, you know, this is just going to be run into the ground now.
Yeah, good.
I don't think we're going to do any more ones on it.
And rightly so.
If you join the Drivers Club, you get 10% off.
Really?
For the club.
Yeah, so if you join the GTR DC, then you get 10% off
carbon bits or any bits that 4SRC supply, they give a 10% discount to any club members.
I'm going to sign up right now. And then hopefully in due time, once my YouTube channel kicks off, I will be purchasing a GTR along with a GT3 RS. Thank you very much, guys. You've been absolutely so awesome for the channel. Thank you for giving us time, and all the best as well. Thank you. Skyline. Oh wow. Right, so I am with Tony. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, can you tell me a little bit about your beautiful GTR?
So it's a Middlehurst car. So it was originally sold in the UK. There are only 80 ever sold in the UK. R34 GTRs. It's a V-Spec. It's got Connolly leather interior, extra oil coolers, and it's stage 1, so it's about 400 horsepower.
I know the V-Spec and the V-Spec 2 fetch a lot of money, and they're very special cars, especially like this colour, Millennium Jade. midnight purple too, etc. Like, what drew you to get the Skyline in the first place?
What, sorry?
What led you to get the Skyline in the first place when you first bought
Oh, I first bought this in 2009.
Yeah, wow.
And I wanted it because it was yellow. And in fact, they only made 45 ever in yellow throughout the whole Skyline runs. It's the rarest of all the colours.
Wow.
So, you know, midnight purple, millennium jade, they're very, you know, everyone, they're famous colours, but this is actually the rare, you know, one of the rarest. So
it's absolutely beautiful. Let me have a look. I mean, the engine is sticking out. That RB26 is sticking out like a star. Can you tell me a little bit about it? Like, what modifications did you do to it?
Actually, the engine is totally unmodified.
Wow.
So obviously we've prettied it up a bit.
Yeah.
But it's never been opened. It's only done 60,000 miles, this car. Say it's got a slight boost increase to 1 bar, so it runs at about 400.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just an intake. It's got a Tomo exhaust.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty. It's not over tuned basically. And I think that's a nice sweet spot for one of these.
It is.
Yeah.
400 brake, power to weight ratio. You get quite a lot of.
Yeah. Well, it just does that all day. I mean, I used to do track days in this.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. And I had it up to about 165 down the back straight in Bruntingthorpe. So
wow.
yeah, it's had a life, you know, but you know, I totally refurbished it about three years ago, so it's like brand new inside and out now.
I have a lot of respect for people who actually use the cars.
Yeah.
Like, because, you know, this to me, to anybody, is just like a 200 grand car. And anyone will just be locked up in the garage and they'll come to the odd show, but they'll never use it for its purpose.
Yeah.
And I really, really appreciate, like, tip my hat to people who actually use them for the purpose that they were made for.
They're great. It's a lovely track car.
Yeah.
They're so, for their size, they're very agile.
What's your favourite aspect of the car?
Well, the colour. I mean, you know, I like the colour, the yellow.
Yeah.
But I love the wheels. I like the Nismo. These are LMGT4s.
Wow.
You know,
wow.
I love the wheels. I love the sound it makes, which I can't demonstrate to an old outside.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very distinctive sound, the RB26.
Yes,
so.
it is. It is. The RB26 and 2JZ, both distinctive sounding engines.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
Twin turbo.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you have an Instagram for this, or where can people find you that want to be more interested in your car?
Well, I'm just part of the GTR Drivers Club.
Okay.
I'm not really much of a social media person.
That's all right. Not everybody is.
Yeah.
It's just when people see this on the channel, they will be like, where can I see it again? So.
Yeah, so we've got an Instagram feed for the GTR Drivers Club, which is just the underscore GTR underscore drivers underscore club. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for your time. I really, really appreciate
no
it.
problem.
Thank you very much. And beautiful car.
No problem.
Wonderful car. Thank you.
Do you want to have a sit?
I don't think I'll be able to fit in, but I will put the camera inside.
So, because this is the Connolly leather interior, which is specific to the UK cars. That's a minor steering wheel, and all this these are all Robson inserts that I've had. So,
Proper GT. I miss that steering wheel. I had a GTT. And in white, 2000 reg, and literally I sold it, and then 3 years later they're worth about 40 grand.
Yeah, they've gone up.
Like, you know, so.
Well, in 2009 I bought this for 23,000.
Wow.
That's what they were worth then.
Whoa.
With 45,000 miles on, you know.
Never sell it. Never ever sell it. Never sell it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like what I was just telling the guys over there was just like the yellow just comes in, like the yellow in this, the Porsche and the MR2. I really love them. I really love the yellow.
I had a yellow MR2. I love MR2s.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. Oh, thank you very much for this.
No problem.
Look at the trim.
Yeah.
Look at the trim. Beautiful. And it's very light as well, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh, look at the carbon seat. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. Oh. Thank you.
No problem at all.
I'm just going to go around the back. V-Spec 2. Oh. So as we were just about to head back on the motorway, we saw a familiar face next to a classic Cobra. Right, so we are with one of my favourite YouTubers, as you know, been on the channel before.
Oh, thank you very much.
Mr. adamc.
I'm here again, hello.
How are you, Adam? How are you?
Oh, I'm a little bit hungry because it's coming up to lunchtime and I've done nothing today because I got here, stood by the car and just talking to people and enjoying it.
Yeah, it's just so awesome seeing you on stage with all the different other YouTubers and all your fans coming up to you, and you're such a humble guy. You always got time for people.
Thank you.
And that's what we really like about you and your channel. So behind you is one of the cars that I've not featured on my channel yet. I spoke to you about the Chase of the 350, but not the Cobra. Tell me a little bit about it.
So I've had this for about 6 years, and I've only just got it back like working on the road. So even though it's winter, I'm taking it everywhere now that it's working, because it hasn't been working properly since 2020, so about 3 years, and that's probably why you haven't seen it, because I've been using it. So I was like, okay, Autosport, it's a race car, it's not, but it's meant to look like one. That's the car I needed to bring today. Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, you know, I didn't think it was as wide as well, because in the videos it doesn't look that wide, but here it looks really, really wide. It is, but it's about the same size as an MX-5.
Really?
It doesn't look it, and it doesn't feel it, and I haven't measured that to make, but apparently it is. I need to get it next to my girlfriend and see.
Yeah, oh, awesome. So what's your best aspect about it? What's your favourite feature about it?
I love the way it looks, and the way it sounds. It drives alright, but it's not like a track car. It's got a big wooden steering wheel with a thin lip. It's not like, I tried doing like a full lap of a roundabout once in the wet just to see, but it's got the way it handles, it's so snappy with the oversteer. You can't feather the throttle, so you can power out of a slide, but you can't. That was obviously in Mexico.
Talking about the wet, like I see you driving this car with no coats on, no hood on, freezing cold. How do you do it?
So luckily, humans are waterproof, so I didn't. But the carpets are still sodden from that. But when I first bought this car in 2017, I drove it back an hour and a half, dark, first time ever driving it in the rain at night time. I didn't care. It's just a bit of water. When the rain's really heavy, I have got a roof that's in the boot.
Right, okay.
It takes 5 minutes to put it up. It's like a little frame and you drape it over, you pin it in. It's good for speeds about up to 60, then it flaps a bit. Okay. But then it has got windows you can put in that helps the flapping,
Okay, because I've only ever seen it like this in this thing. Yeah, so this is awesome. So just very quickly, like the specs of the car, what are they? Engine, etc.
So it's got 5.7 litre V8.
Wow.
350 foot-pounds of torque. 350 brake horsepower. So 0 to 60 would probably be, it's not like a supercar, it's probably about 5 seconds or under, just under maybe. But it's about, everyone's so focused on facts and figures and this and that. What's the time, what's this, what's that? It's not about that, it's about the whole experience. So this, you've got the smell, you've got the sight, you've got the sound, you've got the feel, the vibrations. It's so much drama, it doesn't matter. It is a fast car. It feels faster than the performance figures, like 350 pounds-foot of torque. 350 horsepower, that's nothing compared to...
You've got power to weight ratio to consider as well.
Yeah, because it probably weighs about 1,100 kilos, maybe just under, just over a ton. It's the engine that's got most of the weight.
I think it's the colour for me, Adam. The colour is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's Ford Imperial Blue.
All right.
But there's 3 different shades of that, so I've had it next to a Focus RS and it looked different.
Right, okay. This is awesome. Just very quickly as well, let's take it away from the Cobra. The next big show is Japfest, and I heard you talk about it. And it's one for everybody. Everyone, I can see you smiling about Japfest. I know you share the love for Japanese cars. Are you going to be there? What you bring in?
So I will be there. All of the Fast Car magazine, all of their shows, I'm at every single one because they are the biggest modified shows in the country, and I get like 5 videos out of one day, so it makes sense. However, because I'm so busy at these shows, I don't have time to get in there, display a car, make it clean, stand by a car, so I probably won't display a car. I'll either bring my Nissan or my girlfriend's Toyota IQ and park in the public car park, I think. That's the plan, but I will be there.
So no track time then?
Nah. I mean...
When can we see you on the track, Adam?
Well, the trouble is, I haven't got any cars. This is a bad excuse, but my MGB is too slow and it's broken. This isn't very good on... I have driven it around Silverstone, but I wouldn't want to track it. It's my highest value car. I wouldn't trust myself. The chaser, the body kit, it'd probably fall off because it's so close to the ground. It probably, I don't know. That's a bad excuse, and it's not that quick. It's only about 300.
You have a 350, and I've taken my 350
coming to this.
Around the Nürburgring. Did you tell me?
So the 350Z is the one that I would do track days with. I've done one track day in it before. However, it's high mileage. The stem seals have pretty much gone on it.
Right,
it's smoking oil.
Right.
But it's my daily car. It's got cruise control. It does 30 mpg. I want to keep it going. I know as soon as I take it on track, after a few laps, there's risk of the engine deciding it wants out.
Yeah.
And I don't want that expense. So that's the main reason, because I would like to take it to the Nürburgring as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. Absolutely fun. And you know, with it being an NA, it's a good experience. Better than my Subaru, it would be, because it's an NA, there's no turbo lag.
Yeah. But yeah, I did do one track day in it in Donington about 2 years ago, and it was good. It was good fun. Yeah. And then I had a bit of brake phase, so I was like, I'll come in.
All right, so last question, honestly. What's can we expect in 2024 for you then?
Hopefully, an influx of left-hand drive vehicles.
Okay.
So the cars that are on my list to buy, they're all left-hand drive.
Right, okay.
Like, I've been recently looking at C5 Corvettes and deciding maybe I could make a Le Mans replica out of that, the C5R, maybe. Or do I wait for the car I really want, a Dodge Viper? Wow. Hopefully I can get one this year. That's left-hand drive, blue and white Tomatic Cobra.
Yeah, I thought,
And a Mark 1 Renault Twingo.
Really?
Yeah, I've always loved them. I need to get one. It's a bit of fun. They're only a couple of grand. But it's just waiting for the right one to come about.
Oh, fantastic. And for those who have never heard of you, have never seen you, which is not really obvious, where can people find you?
So I'm Adam C. If you type in Adam C, it should come up on my channel. I go to car shows, I film the cars, and annoy some people, but hopefully not you.
No. Oh yeah, and Adam C Fest.
Oh yeah, Adam C Fest, 27th of May.
Yes.
Bank Holiday Monday at Mallory Park.
Mallory Park.
Yeah.
That is, we have already got our tickets to that. We've already got our tickets. We can't wait. Adam, you've been awesome. I'm going to let you go and speak to somebody else.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Soon.
Thank you very. And that's it from Autosport International. BiggieJDM, we've seen so much. We thought we'll do the videos a bit differently today, but I hope you enjoy it. Thank you to everybody, Matt Armstrong, Dad, Adam C, the GTR guys, and a lot of the Time Attack guys as well. It's been fantastic. Remember, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Drive safe on the road. Remember, when you leave these car meets, drive safely when you leave it. Remember to subscribe in a bit.